This is Scratch Your Own Itch, the one show that delivers the conversations that we're afraid to share, but need to. This show is all about creating a life worth living. I'm Logan Tyler Nelson, and I'm your host. So, you're going to hear conversations with creators and entrepreneurs talk about what they do, their current and past traumas, how they became who they are, and what they are truly curious about. This is the show where we talk about the things we think about a lot, but need to talk about more. Please take note that this show is not a substitute for actually creating a life worth living, because this show will stir your beliefs, make you question what it means to create a life worth living. So my promise to you is to always give you one question to answer for yourself today, to start turning your dreams into a reality.
Because I'm coming to a similar kind of understanding as that. But yeah, go ahead, continue.
Oh, it's crazy. So, beliefs are really scary subjects to get into, but at the same time, they need to be spoken about more, because one's beliefs, I'm writing a whole book on this.
Nice.
It's just, to me, it's like just the thing that allows people to go from A to Z. And so, like, the one question that I always ask people is, like, what's 10 years ago, what was a belief that you identified yourself with that now, if you were told this same belief, you would go, well, that's completely wrong. So it's like that belief, like, most people answer, like, I believe that, I wasn't smart enough to actually, like, start my own company, or I wasn't
Totally.
it's just like a complete, like, just ridiculous belief. But I want to even get deeper, is the reason 9 times out of 10 people read books and people listen to podcasts and people consume more and more and more is because they want to learn the A to B to C to D to E to F to G. Like, they want to know exactly the certainty that's going to go into it. It's like the same thing with, I don't know if you've ever asked someone to, like, start coaching with you or something like that. They want to know everything before they actually start doing it. It's like literally telling someone, like, here, I'm just going to put abs and really nice quads on you and really nice chest muscles on you before we actually do a workout.
Totally.
Just so the certainty's there. But we don't like, our country or the humanity overall, it doesn't run off of money. What it runs off of is feelings. And so that's our currency. So, like, I had to put a new definition of success for myself. Like, what is my personal definition of success? To feel like I was super abundant with money by replacing money with fierce conversations or fierce feelings throughout the day. Like, I want to have awesome feelings. Like, I'm just energized, and I notice in your videos you're really animated and stuff. Because why? Because that gives you energy to keep going. That gives you energy to, like, actually feel like you're doing something right in the world. And when you do that a number of times, it gets addicting and it becomes a habit. So when you don't have it throughout the day, you don't feel like yourself, and it gets really exhausting. Like, the exact opposite of energy is exhaustion, right? So, like,
Totally.
we take exhaustion, and that's the only way for someone to actually change. And I don't want to wait for a lot of people, but I'll tell you what, most people have to go through immense amount of trauma or exhaustion before they just go, I am not going to do another day of listening to my boss tell me this, or
I am fucking sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Exactly. And it's almost more fun to hang out with those people, though, than it is to hang out with people, because at least those people have a real problem where they're ready to change rather than pretending.
Like, so rather than what type of people?
The people that are pretending are the people that are, and I don't want to, like, point out one social media.
Sure.
But anybody that's on Instagram that has 35,000 followers for a nice body is pretending.
Got it.
if they're not posting some stuff about what they're really eating, if they're not posting about in the thing of like what they're really feeling while they're going through this transformation. I just want to see authenticity, and that's why I like your show a lot, is because you're not editing it as much, and that's really neat because it's not often that people don't have doctored material like, and even this, like this podcast right now that people are listening to, in a way it is a little doctored because
Mm-hmm.
we're putting our best, suits on while we're here. We're not gonna like,
Well, we'll make sure that we're getting some layers peeled back before this episode's done. There is something I wanted to ask you about based on what I know about you because of your bio, but we'll save that for the end.
okay,
But something I was curious about with you is, first of all, how old are you,
27,
and how long have you been in kind of the entrepreneurial space?
about 4 months.
Okay, so you're freaking brand spanking new to the space because whatever you like, what you said a couple of minutes ago is so spot on. Where you were talking about how a lot of people want everything laid out from them A through Z before they get moving. Like, I know that like crazy because that's exactly how I was. Like when I was in my day job and everything, like it's funny that you come to that same realization because I literally wrote a freaking section in my book on that same concept, and I use the exact analogy of people wanting, at least I wanted and other people want, like A, B, C, D all the way through Z before they get moving. But that's just not how life works. You're not going to make progress that way. You're using your words. You're not going to like get abs put on you before you put in the work to get abs, you know? So what do you have to have? Well, in my belief, the people that I've seen that are super successful that go after it and in areas that I've been able to gain success is if I am good just having three of the 26 letters of the alphabet, not all 26, but only three, A, B, and Z. That's literally all you need. So A is like where you are now, Z is where you want to end up, and B is your next step. You know, like that's it. And all the letters between B and Z are freaking unknown often, especially in the world of growth and entrepreneurship. And I think that's what scares a lot of people from doing what it is they want to do because you have to step in darkness or step in faith, if you will, believing you're going to get to Z but actually don't know. But there is no clear cut, nice, pretty laid out process from this is where you are and these are all the 15-step formula to become a millionaire or to get to where it is that you want to go. So yeah, I just thought that was super interesting that you brought that up.
Yeah, well, hey, Logan Tyler Nelson here. I would so appreciate it if you took some time to hit the subscribe button. I really want to just honestly live and give. Why? Because I was told when I was young that if you're feeling down, the best way to feel better is by lifting someone up again. So in an effort to make someone feel less alone, please hit the subscribe button so the podcast has a better chance of being found and making someone feel less alone. And if you're feeling down, hey, it can help you. Know that by hitting that subscribe button, you just did someone a huge favor. So thank you for hitting that subscribe button. All right, there's another episode of Scratch Your Own Itch. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to support the show by listening. The biggest compliment you could ever pay me is just by sharing this because honestly, it doesn't take much and it feels so good when people create something and take time. And when I see someone take time to create something that really just changed my day, either made me feel less alone, maybe put a smile on my face, made me laugh, made me feel wiser, I always want to share it with the world because why? When I share something that resonates with me, why not share it? I mean, that's just kind of the thing that goes around and it's free. It takes no time at all. other than just a click of the button, share on either Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, any of those social media platforms would be great to share this. So I really appreciate it. And I want to say that anybody who's looking to gain authority or expertise in their area and they don't want to take another year or year and a half to write a book and wait until that's published, I think the best way is right now is to start a podcast. So if you're at all interested in starting a podcast, if you meet the certain requirements, I would love to help you with a podcast and also get a website going for you as well. And this is not an easy task. It's hard to actually get it done and get it out there. So every now and then we need some help, and I'm here for you. So please reach me at Logan at LoganTylerNelson.com if you're interested at all. And don't ever forget, you matter and you're enough.